I made a list of 50 redstone levels, starting with the easiest build and ending with the most insane redstone creations you've ever seen. Level 1. Pressure plates are the simplest redstone component. They're used to open doors, to detect dropped blocks, or to trap noobs. If someone tricks you with this trap, you should switch to Roblox. The repeater is great. Not only does it extend your redstone signal, but it can also delay it. Everyone understands how the repeater works, but the levels only get harder. So let's see how good your redstone knowledge is. When hoppers were added, they completely changed the game. You finally had a block that could collect and transport items. With just 3 hoppers, you can create this compact super smelter. The NOT gate sounds intimidating, but it's surprisingly simple. Put a redstone torch on a block, and when you power that block, the torch turns off. The NOT gate works like the dinner bone name tag, but instead of flipping a mob, it flips the redstone signal. Level 5. Droppers and dispensers. Give arrows to a dropper and you'll get arrows back. Give arrows to a dispenser and you'll get shot. You can also use dispensers to create an automatic equip station. Pistons push things, and if you make them slimy, they can even grab things. For example, if you have 4 pistons, you can make a simple 2x2 door. I hope you're following, because we're only at level 6. Everyone loves a nice TNT cannon, and they are pretty easy to make. There is a lot of unique designs. Some are very simple, others not so much. Every time you make a sound, the skulk sensor will snitch on you. Now that can be anything from walking to mining to dropping items, which means we can create this basic landmine with just 1 skulk sensor. The observer was originally a Pocket Edition feature, but Java developers snatched it, and now it's everywhere. The observer looks at the block in front of it, and when something changes, it sends out a redstone signal. Level 10. I have to warn you, this farm is definitely not PETA approved. Sheep can be sheared using dispensers, which means we can create this neat farm that collects wool forever. Everything we've covered so far still falls into the easy category. A carpet duper is pretty simple, and if you leave it running overnight, you'll have enough fuel for the rest of your life. But I have no idea why a dead coral is needed, because I suck at redstone. And so I brought a professional to help me out. Crafty, take it away.
Originally, slime blocks were just bouncy, however their stickiness is what makes them popular. This mechanic allowed players to invent flying machines. Simply put, the blocks that are sticky made Minecraft more tricky. The Temple of Notch, one of the most iconic redstone builds in Minecraft history. Created in 2011 by FE Disco, at the time it was a very impressive map. The temple featured pressure plates, piston doors, dispensers, and it even made Notch cry. Most people don't understand the comparator, but you can actually do a lot of things with it, like compare signals, subtract signals, and measure how many items are in a container.
Using the comparator, we can create an auto dropper. This dropper will spit out anything inside of it, no matter if it's 1 item or 9 stacks. We've covered auto droppers, TNT cannons, and carpet dupers, but we're only getting started. Storage systems are extremely useful because they sort your items and prevent your chests from looking like this. Yeah, that's one of my chests. This design by Impulse SV is genius because it has been working for the past 7 years. Another brilliant invention is the EFO clock. You can create a timer that's as fast as you want. The idea is simple. Have 2 hoppers facing each other, and the more blocks you give them, the longer the timer will be. Goggled Gecko created this working rocket with the use of vertical flying machines. It uses both slime and honey blocks, clearly demonstrating how these 2 blocks changed Minecraft. When you hit the target block with a projectile, it outputs a redstone signal. On top of that, the target block can redirect other signals. Level 20. Some people think that TNT duping is cheating, but honestly, it's too fun to ignore. Either you're gonna spend countless hours digging by hand, or just build a TNT duper and the work's done. A T flip-flop basically turns a button into a lever. That's the easiest way to explain it. It's used to convert a quick redstone pulse into a constant output. T flip-flops are cool, but I prefer T crocs. Take a look at this piston right here. No matter what I do, the piston won't retract. Why? The redstone block isn't even touching it. Yeah, that's quasi-connectivity in a nutshell. It's pretty complex, but wait until you see the redstone later in the video. Zero-tick smart pistons are incredibly fast. Anything you put in front of it gets instantly pushed away. But Tadusak, shouldn't the sticky piston pull the block back? Yeah, it should. And honestly, I can't tell you what happened.
You can abuse gravity to dupe sand. To do this, you're gonna need to remove the sides of the end portal using a red mushroom. Then build a little duping setup and voila, you have infinite sand, and I don't think this is what Newton had in mind when he invented gravity. Ilmango created this very simple chunk loader using the new dropper changes in 1.19. This is all you need to do to keep every farm in the chunks around it running, or if you're lazy, you could just turn your alt account into a chunk loader. If you plan on opening a 5-star hotel, then this next build is for you. I built the world's best elevator in Minecraft with a working floor selection system. Even the redstone is super compact and you can have as many floors as you'd like. The floor selection system uses walls, which are perfect for sending signals vertically.
This is called a wave machine. Mambo Jumbo took it to the extreme, designing several different patterns using minecarts. The wave machine is fairly complex, but we're just scratching the surface. You might have seen this in Dream's Manhunt, where he led the hunters thousands of blocks away, only to teleport into the stronghold. The design Dream used is really simple. However, Ender Pearl stasis chambers can get way more complex than that. Over the years, there have been many different ways of breaking bedrock. Anything from planting seeds to using beds. The headless piston method has been patched multiple times, yet it always comes back. Level 30. If you're still spending hours manually mining for diamonds, then it's time to change. Build this simple tunnel bore and you'll have more diamonds than you know what to do with. This is one of my subscribers, so if you want to be in my future videos, subscribe now. In 2017, XCOM and other SciCraft players designed an Ender Pearl cannon that allows you to travel more than 3,000 blocks per second. To put this insanity into perspective, here is a visual of how far it can take you. Rich people take private jets. In Minecraft, the richest players use piston bolts. Just hop into a minecart and watch how hundreds of pistons push you along, making for the perfect way of transportation. And if you take this into the Nether, you can travel 8 times as fast. Being able to solve a Rubik's Cube is a flex, but making one in Minecraft makes you a giga Chad. That's exactly what Melon BP did. What's even more impressive is that all of the redstone fits into a nice cube. However, there is one issue with this Rubik's Cube. It's painfully slow. If you put shulker boxes into a dispenser, it's able to place them down. We can utilize this mechanic to create shulker box loaders. Imagine being so disgustingly rich that even full double chests aren't enough. If you can build shulker loaders, you're decent at redstone. However, these builds are about to get much harder. Level 35. This is the world's biggest piston door. It's 256 blocks in all directions. John 25 made this behemoth in 2020, and since it's so big, it takes a whole day to open. However, the 1.18 update increased the build height, so John immediately got to work creating this masterpiece. Do you like traveling, but you never want to leave your house? Just build a walking home. That's what Mambo did, giving his house 4 legs and teaching it how to walk. That's one creative way to use flying machines. Or if you want to step it up, try to replicate the coffin dance meme. The mob switch is a redstone contraption with dozens of mobs inside, usually shulkers, which fills up the mob cap and prevents all hostile mobs from spawning. Okay, but how is this not cheating? You literally turn off mob spawning in the entire world. This is the most advanced Minecraft tank. It has 4-way flying machines, aimable TNT cannons, dual slime launchers, missiles that change direction, and even a mega nuke sitting on top. And of course, the tank itself can move. Low-key, I always wanted to play World of Tanks in Minecraft. J2Co made a working claw machine using redstone. In real life, these machines are the biggest scam. It makes you think you won, but then it drops your price right before the end. And the Minecraft version isn't much different. But instead of plushies, you're playing for diamonds. Or for stone, if you miss.
Now we're getting into the most advanced redstone inventions, like this nether portal without obsidian. This is called update suppression. Essentially, you're stopping all block updates in the game by maxing out the hard-coded limit. This limit was made so Minecraft wouldn't crash, and that allows us to destroy the obsidian without breaking the portal. Now, there are many ways to kill the Ender Dragon. Noobs use bows and arrows, speedrunners use beds, and redstoners use this monstrosity. You're looking at a cannon that can one-shot literally anything. It uses hundreds of TNT in the same spot to accelerate an arrow to hypersonic speeds. Matbat wings, together with Slime made working chests just using redstone. The pieces are built from lamp displays, and there's even icons that light up when castling is available. Now, this redstone chest is pretty crazy already, but it's nothing compared to the last levels.
When you get a bunch of geniuses into a single server, you can expect some crazy things to happen. One of those being an automatic wither farm. This beauty right here is able to kill 45,000 withers per hour. Wasn't the wither supposed to be a boss? Psycraft players built the most efficient creeper farm ever made. They even shaped it into a giant creeper that can be seen from above. To put the efficiency of this farm into perspective, 1,000,000 gunpowder an hour is 4.5 double chests a minute, or 5 stacks every second. Level 45. You're probably thinking, but Darusak, surely you can't automate everything. Well, you're wrong. Take a look at this quarry. It uses flying machines to grab blocks and move them up, where they get blown up by duped TNT. I still can't get over the fact that someone managed to automate mining. This is Geometry Dash made only using redstone. It has the normal cube mode, the flying ship mode, and you can even create your own custom maps, which are stored in this memory block. If you're someone who plays Geometry Dash, uninstall it right now, because you can play it in Minecraft. Servers like Psycraft and Prototech have this RNG manipulation machine. By loading specific chunks with chests, you can trick the game into giving you the best fortune drops. I'ma be honest, this glitch makes no sense, but it's freaking amazing. This is called light suppression, and it is very complicated, but the idea is this: stop the game from updating light. That can be used in many different ways. For instance, in this mob farm designed by Victor40 and I'm a MC, which produces 3.1 million items per hour. You're looking at the fastest witch farm possible. True randomness can never be achieved when coding a game. So, by loading new chunks every tick, you can manipulate the RNG of mob spawning. These guys are spawning hundreds of witches a minute, yet I'm glad if I find one. Level 50, the final level. There's only one build worthy of this place, and that's a working redstone computer. Only a select few players have the expertise to build one. Players like Samiyuri, Quack, and Torp managed to do what everyone else thought impossible. On this machine, you can play Tetris, Pong, or even Snake. We are almost at 10 million subscribers, so you better subscribe. Also check out Crafty's channel. He has some insane redstone.